This bullshit never ends. This is insane. This water is so oily, greasy, slimy, and thick right now that it's not water. It's literally something else. It's water plus something else. I've been trying to fill up this water bottle for an hour now so I can drink it. I don't have any bottled water. I am legally blind, which is a verifiable medical fact, confirmed by multiple physicians at the Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary that I've been seeing for years now. And I cannot easily carry large bottles of water back to this building when I'm out and about because I usually already carry several bags with me. And I shouldn't have to carry giant bottles of water just so I can brush my teeth or rinse out my eyes without having to deal with some kind of additive that is potentially toxic and that is literally covering everything right now with a thick, oily residue. I was just down the hall in the common bathroom, and the common bathroom does not seem to be having the same problem. So I'm assuming it's just related to the taps in this unit. And this is really deliberate, obviously. It's not an accident that the water from this tap is literally constantly either gritty, sticky, tacky, and gluey so that it sticks to everything and then forms a tacky film on dishes and other items that you rinse with it. Or then it is extremely oily. It feels like somebody is literally dumping baby oil in there. And the weight of containers that you fill with this water is lighter than they would be if it was actually just water. There's so much oil in this water right now that it is not water. It is water plus something else. And you can actually determine the chemical composition of something by the weight of that item, right? So water has a certain molecular weight. Every molecule of water is composed of H2O, 2 hydrogen molecules, 1 oxygen molecule. Everybody knows that. And that has a certain molecular weight. When you add something to that water and other molecules that are not water get added in, the molecular weight of whatever container is filled with that water changes. It becomes lighter or heavier depending on what you put into it. Right now, oil is being pumped into this water by, I suspect, a saddle valve, as I was informed by one of the maintenance managers who has since left the Greenville group, but who was actually listening to my concerns about the contamination of this tap water when it started happening way back in 2019 when Jasmine Irizarry, the official resident of Unit 78 at the time, engaged in some extensive plumbing work against the pipes to this tap on a Sunday afternoon in June of 2019 without the knowledge or the permission of the Greenville group, according to what their maintenance manager told me about that at the time. He said she could have possibly installed a saddle valve against the intake pipe to this sink that also leads into the bathroom and feeds the shower head and the bathroom sink with the same water that comes into this tap right here. And if Irizarry has clamped a saddle valve around the intake pipe, which is a very easy thing to do, saddle valves are obtainable at any hardware store and they retail for about $18, then she can pump whatever she wants easily into this water, which is what keeps happening. So right now, I've been trying to fill a simple water bottle with simple water from a simple tap so I can drink it, and I can't drink it. I can't even rinse my utensils with it because it's so thick and slimy and oily that everything that I rinse with it becomes even slimier and oilier than it was. So this is a waste, and the Greenville group continues to permit it to happen. So they're just going to have a giant water bill because when there's stuff in my water that prevents me from safely being able to not just drink it, but even rinse my hands with it, then I'm going to run it so I can literally flush out whatever is being leached into this tap that is making my water unsafe, contaminated, and extremely oily and slimy. That should never happen from the Boston Water Supply. Several years ago, I contacted Betsy Riley, the head of the Massachusetts Water Resource Authority. She confirmed extensive testing along every stretch of the Boston Water Supply, all the way up until the time that it gets into the Greenville Group's building. At the time, she said the Greenville Group is responsible for the water from the Boston Water Supply once it enters the Greenville Group's building. So this is on the Greenville Group, and they're refusing to address this issue. They've consistently refused to address this issue, not just over the last few months, but over the last several years. That is a lawsuit. That is a fantastic open and closed lawsuit. That is just so easy. I don't even have to prove that there's contaminants in this water. All I have to prove is that they refuse to address the issue when I brought it to their attention multiple times in writing, verbally, and through court and ISD reports. They're stupid. As I keep saying, the Greenville group are stupid. They're letting a psychopath named Jasmine Irizarry, who herself admitted to contaminating the water to this unit, saying that she's not using a saddle valve, she's using something else, but enjoy the boogers in your hair, meaning she's contaminating the water with some kind of snot byproduct. I mean, you know, how does anybody come up with this stuff, right? You have to be mentally disturbed to come up with various ways of contaminating somebody's tap water, and with what, right? It's just sick and twisted. And she's a psychopath, according to the Boston Police Department. According to Oleg Alexeyev, she's not just a psychopath, she's also a really talented hacker who can get into anything. Irizarry has admitted to using surveillance devices in this unit, as has the Greenville group. They're blatantly engaging in this behavior because they think either it's legal or they know it's not legal, but they don't care. Criminal Russian slumlord, as I keep saying, folks. It's not a myth, it's a fact. Multiple people have told me that my landlord is a criminal Russian slumlord who has operations in Russia. And basically, the city of Boston has been trying to shut them down for years. That Oleg Alexeyev is basically a criminal. He is, right? I mean, a property manager who allows this kind of crime to be perpetuated continuously against tenants. Yeah. Can't use the water from my tap. It has been oily, slimy, thick, and greasy for days now, and they're refusing to do anything about it. I've asked them to send maintenance up here several times over the last few days. I've sent them several emails, and they're refusing to do anything about it. Criminal slumlord for sure.
From 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Our office is currently closed. If this is an emergency, please press 1. Otherwise, press 2 to leave a voicemail for the front office. Invalid input. Please try again. Hello, you've reached the Greenville Real Estate Group. Our office. After the tone, please leave a detailed message with your name and number so we may get back to you when we return.
Yeah, hi. It's right around 1:15 p.m. on Saturday, August 17th, 2024. I'm calling from Unit 89 for the 6th or 7th time over the last few days to report for the 6th or 7th time that there is some kind of contaminant being leached into the tap water to my kitchen sink that also is leaching out of the bathroom tap and the shower head, and that causes the water that comes out of all three of those taps to be extremely thick, oily, greasy, and slimy, and it literally coats everything that you try to rinse off with it with a slimy, oily coating that then prevents you from being able to rinse out soap and other chemicals that you're trying to use to clean those items, because the water is not actually water. It is partially oil or grease or some type of lubricant. It feels like a silicone gel is being put in there, but it could also be baby oil. It's something that's extremely thick, and it actually makes containers that I fill with that water lighter in weight than they would be if it was actually pure water. What is coming out of my kitchen tap right now is not water. It is water mixed with oil. And you guys are deliberately allowing your career psychopath named Jasmine Irizarry to contaminate the water to my unit, as she has admitted to doing in writing, and as other people have also informed me is happening, including some of your former maintenance managers who suggested that Irizarry, who's constantly in the bathroom with 78 and who did live in Unit 78 verifiably between 2013 and 2022, is using a saddle valve. It's a very simple piece of hardware against the intake pipe to my kitchen sink that also feeds the taps in my bathroom. And if she's using a saddle valve, she can use a nozzle on that saddle valve to pump in whatever contaminants that she wants. That's why there's constantly different types of foul, stinking stenches that come out of that water based on what I try to do with it. If I'm rinsing out my eyes and the water suddenly smells like fish, if I'm rinsing out shampoo from my hair that does not smell like fish, the water also smells like fish or like feet. Irizarry is being permitted by you guys, the Greenville group, to regularly contaminate the water to my unit and to my kitchen tap and shower head with whatever contaminants she can get her hands on via the use of some type of saddle valve, because it is a very simple, easy piece of hardware to use, and anyone who claims to be a structural engineer, such as Irizarry does, can have easy access to hardware and then to the pipe to my kitchen tap and engage in whatever contamination she wants. Right now, I'm unable to use the water to my kitchen tap. I keep having to go down the hall to the common bathroom, and that problem does not seem to be extending into the taps of the common bathroom at this time. I am recording this voicemail for legal purposes. If you have any questions, you know my phone number. I've also left multiple voicemails about this issue over the last several days, sent several emails to you and your legal team, and you refuse to respond. This is a fantastic basis for court action and a lawsuit against the Greenville Group for criminal negligence and for refusing to cure bad conditions in my unit, including contaminated tap water, as you know, because you are hiring Irizarry and sponsoring her and her criminal activities towards certain tenants. Again, if you have any questions, you know my phone number. It is 1:15 p.m. on Saturday, August 17th, 2024, and I am recording this voicemail. Thank you.